tonight, Judge Andrew Napolitano, John Stossel, Greg Gutfeld, and a man-packed party panel. What more could a girl want? Well, maybe a 15-pound baby, a world-class ass, and for Kanye to leave the country. But don't worry, we'll have all that a little later on in the show. Strap on your goggles. It's raining men. It's the Independents. Hi there, I'm Kennedy, along with Reason Magazine editor-in-chief, the man who puts pencil to paper and tells people what to think. His name is Matt Welch, and that pen means business. Camille Foster is also with us from Free Think Media. Together, we are the Independents. We have a nose for truth and don't adhere to any sticky partisan nonsense, especially when it smells like Gouda. Well, with us tonight for the very first time, earning his wings of independency, it's Greg Gutfeld, decorated best-selling author and host of The Five and Red Eye. Greg is the kind of person who exudes warmth and kindness as he eviscerates you with his wit and steely intuition, and I think, unbeknownst to him, he's a secret libertarian, or at least an independent. Welcome to the Independents.
It's great to be here. Congratulations on your amazing show.
Well, thank you. Congratulations on your amazing success.
Oh, no, congratulations on you first.
And thank you for wearing the blue V-neck sweater.
I'm trying to, the way Camille is trying to bring back the cardigan tie combination.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to bring back the kind of like, I don't know, the 1970s, the My Three Sons look, which didn't end well for any of them. But I'm trying to bring it back.
Yeah, it's like my 2.5 sons now after the lobotomy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. Yes.
Well, Greg, welcome and thank you. And are you, in fact, an independent or libertarian or both?
I was a registered, okay, just for the exact phrase, I was an independent until I changed.
And I don't care about party affiliation. I don't care how you're registered with the county, but then, in your heart, in your corazon.
Then forget that story. Yes, I am an independent because I don't like having to check each box of beliefs, because I find those people boring. There was a Penn Jillette once. He had this rule of thumb on people. If you know two things about a person and you can predict the third one, you don't want to be around that person. So, for example, if they smoke pot, listen to the Dead, but they're radical capitalists, that's a good person. But if you're vegetarian, you work for Greenpeace, and you volunteered for Obama, stay away. So it's the idea that you can't. It's not being unpredictable for the sake of being unpredictable. It's just looking at issues rather than affiliations.
But and it's also what the predictability says about you, because you're not necessarily living authentically, I think. You're doing what you think other people want you to do. And who wants to be around someone who's just a shell of a person?
And that, you know what I've noticed, I call it the bouncer syndrome, which is, and it happens to newbies in any kind of group, whether it's conservatives or liberals or libertarians. It's that you're not conservative enough.
Yeah, I don't like the litmus test. I agree.
Yeah, and so they're bouncers. They're bouncers. They just they go, you know what? They'll call you a rhino because there's one thing you disagree with them. Or you're not a libertarian if you actually think the NSA is doing a good job. It's like, you know what? Screw you. I don't like clubs with velvet ropes, so I don't want to be around you.
Yeah, and I don't like when people just cut you out because of one thing you say or believe.
Which you tried to do to me here on a nightly basis. I'm just kidding. But you were from Berkeley, right? You went to high school in Berkeley, so you were surrounded by Berkeley people. You live in Manhattan now. You're surrounded by Manhattan people. What would happen to you if you moved to like Omaha or
Orange
Houston
County
or Orange County or something?
It's a good question. I grew up actually in San Mateo, which is a suburb of San Francisco Peninsula area.
San Mateo.
Yes, it's quite big. Oh, by the way, I went to high school with Barry Bonds, who was a jerk. And
was he juicing in high school?
What?
Was he juicing in high school?
No, he was really skinny, but he had a big head.
See, Pumpkinhead.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. He used to sit behind me in Spanish class. I've told this story many times, but he's a year older than me, and he used to kick my chair to get the answers from my tests. So he was cheating back then. His brother Ricky was much nicer. He was my age, and his dad kind of coached here and there on the teams. I apologize for talking about the Bonds. So anyway, to your question, you're asking me, did I become a conservative?
Yeah, like I think
you're right.
You like to punch hippies a little bit.
Yeah. I think you're right.
You need the contrast in order to feel fully.
I said this at a speech at a Reason thing with years ago. I said I became a conservative after being around liberals, and I became a libertarian after being around conservatives. And the reason is both have a sense of moralism that can be really irritating. And it's the difference between neighborly caring and fake global caring. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that imposed, projected.
Yeah.
You are obligated to feel this way.
Yeah, exactly. And that's and it's probably, in my opinion, because maybe I'm biased, more evident among the liberal side than there is conservatives. And in conservatives, it often takes place in religious ways.
Yeah.
Like, I will pray for you, you atheist, which I get. I
love that one,
I
though.
usually get that. It's so funny.
Love the sinner, hate the sin.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I will pray for you. I go, that's not a nice thing to say. Unless you really do want to pray for me, then that's good. But saying it in that kind of manner.
They're praying at you.
Yeah, they're praying at me.
It's condescending. Yeah,
It is
it's aggressive prayer. All right, well, the winds of change are wafting through the New York air like granddad after 4 bowls of 5-alarm chili. Why is every big government liberal so dead set on using oppression as a tool for social change? In New York City, an elderly man was beaten by police for jaywalking, part of the mayor's zero vision policy. It's actually called Vision Zero, but it really does have zero vision to combat elderly jaywalkers,
right?
I think.
Yeah, I could safely come out and say I'm against beating up elderly Asian men.
That's a strong stand, Greg. Can you?
I mean, unless there's a website where elderly men go to get beaten up, then I'm for that. I am for that. But
perhaps there's a party involving citrus.
Exactly. But if I don't understand the citrus joke.
That's okay. It's okay.
Okay. But no, it's. Sometimes I'm a big supporter of the police. Every now and then they make a mistake, and this clearly was probably a mistake.
Do you know one of the best things?
Boy, was that wishy-washy. I'm even embarrassed.
No, but
I know exactly
it's
what
the
you
idea
said.
that we need to save pedestrians' lives by issuing jaywalking tickets.
Yes.
That's just like we need to save, poor people's lives by making sure they can't drink big gulps. Like, living in New York is so shocking for me as a Californian because New York was supposed to be all tough and badass. And we have all these ridiculous...
Yeah, but the face-off with big government laws between New York and California, it's a little ridiculous because in California, bartenders now have to wear
gloves.
Rubber gloves.
Yes, which, by the way, I happen to like because I'm into the whole glove thing. But it's all about...
It's the mandated glove.
It's mandated glove. People believe that you should be able to outlaw or ban something because there's a risk to it. And I said this a couple of days ago that you'd have to ban snowboarding and skydiving, and you'd have to ban construction work.
And driving.
Yeah, driving. You have to ban everything. Because there's an element of risk in everything we do.
Okay, so if you're obese, it puts you at risk for dying sooner and developing heart disease and diabetes. But if you're obese in New York City and you get hit by a car or a cab, you survive. That's what the research showed, that obese people are actually insulated from the deadly injuries that most jaywalkers get. So skinny jaywalkers more likely to die in New York.
There was also a story about a famous mobster who was shot like 13 times or 9 times and he survived because he was fat. He was like, had his own little bullet catcher. He was like, he didn't even, he was like, the guys were just shooting at him and it was like one went there, and he's just like, going, I can't feel it. I can't feel it. So there is a benefit to being obese. If let's say you're stuck on a deserted island, your plane crashes, you're going to outlive everythy unless they eat you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It would be, that might be a little sinewier, or not sinewy, it'd be chewy, just chewy fat.
I don't know. I think this is going to be our A block for the 5.
Well, you got it. You should text Dana now.
Yes, I will.
All right, Greg Gutfeld, we'll see you always on the 5 and Red Eye. Thanks for coming by.
Can I ask you what that story is about the big butt you're doing?
Yeah, you haven't seen Booty Girl?
Yes, I have, but I was afraid to do it. But if you're going to do it, then I'm going to do it.
No, Booty Girl has,
it's the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
See, this is why you need more women on your show. I mean, in addition to Andy, is because we will show you how science is proven that having a big butt is better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that story tonight on Red Eye.
Very good.
Dr. Mix-a-Lot that proved that having a big butt is better?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
he's got the prescription, and the booty will cure you. All right, thanks again.
My pleasure.
The 5, weeknights on Fox News Channel. Hi, and Red Eye, also on Fox News Channel at 3 a.m. Eastern. All right, from my sparkling cockles and beyond, Judge Napolitano is back, and he's fired up about Snowden, and that's coming up next a little later. Oh, no, next we're going to have the panel, the judges later. This is so great. They're going to tackle Target, Obamacare, and college sex assault. Stay here.